Hello boys and girls, it's Tuesday story time. So we're continuing today on Stories Jesus Told. And this one is called 4 Kinds of Soil. But first, before I give the story, I want to say a special hello to Susie and Kiani. How are you girls? I hope you enjoy the story today. Ezra, the farmer, stood by the door of his house. It was good to feel the warm spring sunshine again. "It's time to sow our seed," he said to his wife. "Please bring me the flat basket." When Miriam brought it, they went to the storehouse. In one corner stood a big jar. It had a stopper in its mouth to keep mice and rats out. Taking this away, Ezra dipped in his hand. He brought it out, filled with shining golden seed. "Good full grain, isn't it?" he said. "We should have a really first-class crop this year." Carefully, he filled the basket. Not far from the house lay the field he meant to sow. He had ploughed it earlier in the month. It had not been easy guiding the oxen over the uneven ground, but he had done it. All the ground was now broken up, except for some paths he could use. Ezra went to one corner of the field and began to walk down the first path. He held the basket under his left arm. With his right hand, he picked up a handful of grain and threw it. It flew out in a half circle into the ploughed ground on his left, across the path, and then into the ground on his right. Walking, dipping, throwing, Ezra moved down the field. Behind him came the birds. Yet they had seen the man begin sowing and knew it meant food for them. The seed that lay on the hard path was so easy to see. In no time at all they had eaten it. More and more birds came to the feast. Soon all the seed that had fallen on the hard ground had gone. Ezra went home and waited. He watched his field every day, but it was some time before the shoots were seen. Then they looked like pale green carpet, and Ezra was quite excited. "We're going to have a wonderful crop," he said to Miriam. "All our seed has come up, but out in the field some little plants were fighting for life." You see, all the seed had not fallen onto the same kind of ground. Some landed in stony places. Only a very thin layer of earth lay there. These shoots were the first to appear, but they had no deep roots. They could not find dampness in the soil, for beneath lay only rock. After some days they withered and died in the hot sun. Some of the seed fell onto ground where patches of weeds grew. In spite of the ploughing, the weeds sprang up again. When the tiny shoots pushed their way through, the weeds were already there. They grew much faster and were stronger than the others. Soon light and air were shut out. Without these, the little plants were not able to live. Did Ezra lose all his crop? No, for the rest of the seed had fallen into good, rich soil. Day by day, the plants grew higher. Watered by rain, warmed by the sun, the day came when the farmer said, "There you are, wife. Didn't I tell you we would have a fine crop this year? It's the best I've ever grown." The different soils are just like people. Some are hard and care nothing about God. Others do try to follow him, but give up when trouble comes. The ones who serve God and follow Jesus are the good soil. Their lives grow lovelier every day. And I hope you're one of those boys and girls that have Jesus in your heart so you can grow like him every day.